Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. Yes, Bitcoin on the 4-hour. Here we are. Here we find ourselves at this $47,000 resistance area. Managed to get a wick above, back testing into it somewhat at the moment. Obviously not really a deep retracement, obviously, of note. This is the daily. We'll just actually nip over to the 4-hour as we usually do. But yeah, you can see just got to the top side on a 4-hour 9, and just feeling out this 47,000 handle on Bitcoin. As we were kind of saying, it would have been very nice for us to get a pullback and then a bounce off, and we still may get that. We may be getting a wick up a bit higher, get a rejection, work our way back down towards 42,000, put the absolute scare factor into the market, because obviously if we break down through that trend line, break down 41,000, then yeah, realistically we're aiming down towards the mid to low $30,000 again. But yeah, we could do that, or we could just kind of catapult onwards and upwards. But yeah, we didn't. What I am saying is we didn't get that pullback though. Initially, that would have potentially have been the perfect buying opportunity before we then did bounce up to basically the level that we're at now. So have to see what happens here. If we look at stock market futures, they are not looking too bad here. Not looking too bad. You can see holding above this support area in this obviously $45 to $46,000 range. Obviously getting above that, and then we could see some nice new all-time highs and potentially drag Bitcoin up with it. But yeah, we could top out here. This is a perfect area for us to potentially top out, come back down, even if we then only come back down as low as say 44, just under 44, and then potentially print what will kind of look like a bit of a wonky inverted head and shoulders. Where obviously then we could then project a target to the upside, obviously assuming we don't then obviously lose that this support area here and then come back down lower. DXY though not particularly helping us out, broke above that trend line we drew, so not surprising to see getting some acceleration to the upside there. The 10-year just absolutely disgusting, but playing out the bull flag projection, so at least the TA works, even if obviously your local governmental institution is about to go bust. But yeah, all I will say though is that at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter too much where these are so far as the government's concerned, because obviously inflation's running higher, so real rates, even based on the CPI or the continuing propaganda index, real rates are still very deeply negative, which is clearly that's what you want. You want an inflationary and negative rates if you're in massive debt, because you just inflate away your debt. I mean, that is literally what they're doing. That is the name of their game. That is basically that's their only option, is inflate away the debt. That's why obviously the dollar, since the last 100 years or whatever, we've all seen the charts, lost like 90+% of its purchasing power, because obviously that's how you borrow money and inflate it away. You borrow money, you don't pay it back. And that's how you roll. You can see the ruble as well, looking like it wants to at least test into this resistance area. Get back above here, then yeah, we could just be looking at a reversion to normal markets and continuing onwards and upwards. Obviously, we are going to have growth problems. We're going to have obviously the inflation problems. We're going to have all that stuff that probably will become more apparent at the end, towards the end of Q2. We're hoping maybe we can push this iteration of maybe it's just a bear market pump. Maybe we can push this on deeper than the end of Q2. But nonetheless, I feel like we are in a window of opportunity. And yeah, I mean, the other not that I'm not a finance professional, but finance professionals be looking at it as a window opportunity to squeeze some gains out of this market before then aggressively protecting themselves to the downside. later on. Bitcoin dominance, let's have a look at that. Had a bit of a wick up obviously with Bitcoin's move, but still kind of pulling back here. But yeah, maybe we've got a bit of an ascending channel here. So whilst Bitcoin is been the leader at the moment, maybe we just maybe we form an ascending triangle, ascending channel. An ascending channel, and then ultimately break that to the downside at some point, and then see an acceleration down into our major support area, which is down. Actually, that's a lie. Not our major support area. This is our major support area, but down into this first support area, and then maybe get a bounce before potentially taking it out, where we will go on the mother of all altcoin rallies, altcoin seasons, if we do make our way down in towards this mid 30% level, 35% level. We will have the mother of all altcoin rallies, because this will probably happen with Bitcoin. If this is to happen, will happen with Bitcoin, at least near its or near or above its all-time high. So that is what we are all hoping for. Oil still kind of deciding what it wants to do within this level. A lot of people are very bullish of this, even in the short to medium term. I mean, this is quite overdone. It's quite overdone, so this would be a reasonable time for us to get like at least sideways, if we are not to come down, at least sideways. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, people calling like 150 oil like new highs, but I think they're just getting a bit excited. But everyone gets caught up in the excitement, don't they? Even those finance professionals. Gold struggling a little bit here. Was looking particularly good at a point where it kind of does need to turn around and continue up. Otherwise, the downside could be the more likely scenario. I mean, it's always going to be difficult with just the optics of the increasing bond yields, even if, like I said, that's only nominal yields. The real yields are still deeply negative. I mean, the optics of it. And then I think we've all safely come to the conclusion that the moves that basically we can sort of combine the market cap of gold and Bitcoin to the overall risk off, risk off store value, whatever you want to call it, and it is basically detracting from gold. So if you look at the overall market cap, it obviously is catching a bid overall. Thanks to the fact that a lot of it's going into Bitcoin, which is a bit more of an illiquid market, so fair enough, it's going to pump more. But yeah, Ethereum, Satoshi pairing still just hovering around, which is good to see that this is keeping up with the Bitcoin move, i.e. this isn't moving. So Ethereum and Bitcoin are moving up about the same speed, which is good, because obviously you'd expect Bitcoin to take the lead, but we've got some very bullish obviously stuff coming for Ethereum with the merge, etc, etc. The Ethereum USD pairing approaching an important level as well. Once we get above here, this $3,500 level, it is difficult for anybody not to target new all-time highs, and like that we could basically get up to say it's well, how many we got, how many at the end of Q2, right? But yeah, maybe we can get up to about 5,500. That wouldn't look too bad. That's not too unreasonable. Previous high was like 4,600 or 700. What we got to 4,800? Do we? Okay, maybe in this chart we did anyway on Kraken. But yeah, that's the previous one. So yeah, another nearly $1,000 on that. Sounds reasonable. Let's have a now look at these stochastics. We obviously know they're going to be looking good. 4 hour up there, but obviously this is a quite a short term time frame to look at for such an aggressive move. 10 hour still kind of up there. 12 hour getting a bit tired here. Daily, well, very elevated, so it is going to struggle to stay pointing up. 2 day though, this is where it starts to look good. 2 day getting up there, but still looking good. 3 day looking absolutely grand. 5 day fantabulous. Weekly amaze bowls, totes amaze bowls. And then bi-weekly turning back up as well here, so it'll only be the monthly left, but I mean the monthly stock, I mean this is all the price action since obviously 2017. Ain't a lot is there, so maybe we could draw a trend line around here. We turn back up there, but yeah, generally speaking, all looking good in the hood. Like I said, we may not make it to new all-time highs, but certainly we can we should be targeting somewhere into the 50Ks at least, if that's to be a new lower high relative to these highs. But there is every chance we go up higher. It just depends how quickly it does move. The macro environment, the growth prospects for the global economy, geopolitics as well. I mean, if Xi decides it wants to make a move for a certain semiconductor hub, then maybe we get another round of a macro, obviously just a geopolitical mess. So yeah, interesting times. So yeah, that is it, guys. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great start to the week. Remember, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, even though I have some spectacles on at the moment. But yeah, there we go, guys. I'll speak to you guys soon.